Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today we are talking about the new Dropkick Murphys album, Turn Up That Dial. Turn Up That Dial is the band's 10th album, and in my opinion, they have never released one bad album since their formation in 1996. You know what you're going to get with a Dropkick Murphys album. It's going to be loud, it's going to have lyrics that you can relate to, and a chorus that you can sing along to with your friends. And is this album any different? Hell no, it's everything you want a Dropkick Murphys album to be. The album kicks off with Turn Up That Dial, a song that can stand beside past tracks like For Boston, Your Spirit's Alive, and Famous for Nothing as great opening songs by the band. Celebrating their musical heroes and the power and motivation that music can bring to one's soul, it's a great way to start the album, and it's a chorus that you'll be dying to sing along to with your friends at one of their concerts, whenever that may be. It was also during this song that I noticed just how good this album sounded. Dropkick Murphys, up until Going Out with Style, sounded on record just like how they would sound live, with loud distorted guitars battling against banjos and mandolins to get to the forefront. But then in Going Out with Style, something just didn't seem right, and the production wasn't the best. It was also the same with the two albums that preceded it as well. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I just wasn't impressed with how those albums sounded, even though they are good albums, but this album has none of those problems. Track 2, Lee Boy, a tribute to the bagpipe player, is easily the catchiest song on the album. When I first heard it, I had to play it a few more times as the chorus is that infectious, and I guarantee you will do the exact same. It's just one of those songs you can't help but sing along to and tap your feet at the same time, and believe me, you'll be doing a lot of feet tapping on this album. Also in the lyrics, there's a nice little nods to the former bagpipe player Spicy Meat Haggis, who also had a great song dedicated to him called the Spicy Meat Haggis Jig. If you've never heard the song, please check it out, as it's one of the Dropkick Murphys' best songs. You then have Middle Finger, a great little punk song that's actually about trying your hardest not to raise your middle finger to the world, but you just can't help it as bad luck is constantly coming your way. It's a great song, and one of the first songs the band released for the album. Then the Queen of Suffolk County follows, and lets you, the listener, take a bit of a breather, as this is a bit more mid-tempo and slower compared to the frantic pace of the first three songs. In my opinion, the Queen of Suffolk County is the most they've ever sounded like the Pogues, especially the Should I Fall from Grace from God era, just how the melody goes and the way Al Barr sings the song. Dropkick Murphys have always had the Pogues comparisons, but me personally, I've never really thought the band sounded alike, apart from the odd song here and there, but this definitely has the Pogues vibes, and I mean that in the best way possible, as the Pogues are one of my favourite bands. Mick Jones' Nick My Pudding's up next, and what a fun song this is. Dear God, this is a good song. Telling the story of how Mick Jones, the guitarist for The Clash, went backstage and nicked a pudding from one of the Dropkick Murphys crew is absolutely hilarious, and possibly the most fun song they've done since Wicked Sensitive Crew on the Warriors Code. The song is also notable for being the only song on the album with just bass, guitars and drums, none of the other mandolins, banjos or bagpipes, which should please older fans of the first two albums when they were more straight up punk and oi bands. Mick Jones' Nick My Pudding is a great song with also an equally hilarious music video which you should check out. I also have to talk about the song The Chosen Few. I've been waiting for them to record this song for about 12 years after first seeing them perform it, but then the song just disappeared and forgotten about. But thankfully the band have now recorded it and changed the lyrics to be about the state of the USA instead of Boston. And was it worth the 12-year wait? Fuck yes! There's a great sense of energy in this song which makes you want to get up and do something, which is a trait for most Dropkick Murphys songs to be honest, and that it does give you a sense of energy when you are feeling low. As I said, the lyrics aren't about Boston anymore, but about the state of the USA, taking shots at Donald Trump, especially his handling of the coronavirus, and how America needs to get its act together and stop being the laughingstock of the world. It's a great fun song, which I will always go back to, and was it worth the 12-year wait? It definitely was. The album ends with the moving, heartfelt ballad I Wish You Were Here, a song written about the death of Al Barr's father and dedicated to all those who lost their loved ones this year to the coronavirus. And normally I'm not a fan of albums ending with slower paced songs, but for this track I have to make an exception. You can tell Al is singing his heart out, singing about the death of his father, and you can't help but feel emotional listening to it, especially if you can relate to the subject matter, which I'm sure most of you can. It's a truly great song to end a truly great album. I'm not going to lie, even though Dropkick Murphys are one of my favourite all-time bands, ever since I first heard Sing Loud Sing Proud, I didn't have much expectations for this album, mainly due to the fact that the past couple albums didn't really blow me away. But after listening to this album about 3 or 4 times now, I can safely say that Turn Up the Dial is up there with their best. Every song may not have that punk rock sound they had from previous albums, but they more than make up for it with the energy they bring and their songwriting, which still can match any band going. I'm giving Turn Up the Dial an amazing 4.5 out of 5. It's one of their best and can easily be one of the best albums released this year. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of the album, and please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you guys soon. Peace out.